Shannon refused to return to the classroom where the angel appeared. She finished the week in the school library instead, quiet, bright, and safe. Her students took their final exam there. 4 hours, no breaks, no excuses. When the last test was handed in, they hugged her, thanked her, and walked out, knowing they were ready for the next chapter. Shannon stayed behind to pack her things. That's when she saw it, the same dark car she'd noticed before. 3 men stepped out and walked straight into the library. The leader pointed at her. That's her, Jaden's officer. Shannon didn't move. She simply folded her arms and waited. The man stepped forward. So you're the one trying to change things around here. Shannon kept her voice calm. And you are... Marvin, he said, you're interfering in my business. You're going to tell Jaden to give up this dream of his. If you don't, there will be consequences. Shannon finally looked up. You're not in a position to tell me what to do. One of Marvin's men tried to move behind her quietly, but Shannon heard the faint shift of his shoes. She stepped aside, redirected his arm, and disarmed him before he understood what happened. He dropped to the floor, stunned and embarrassed. Marvin blinked, surprised. All right, he said slowly. You're not scared, but Jaden isn't leaving. His mother isn't leaving. Nobody's leaving. Shannon tilted her head. And how do you plan to keep that from him? You going to tell him? Marvin asked. I might. He smiled without warmth. Then we'll handle both of you. Shannon stepped closer. If anything happens to me, you'll have more law enforcement attention than you can imagine. And trust me, they won't stop. Before Marvin could respond, Jaden walked in. Everything okay? Marvin straightened. We came to pick you up. Jaden nodded, confused. What happened to him? Shannon answered calmly. He mishandled his own weapon. Marvin's men carried their injured friend out. Shannon gave them medical instructions, nothing more. When they left, she cleaned the room, straightened the chairs, and erased every sign of the confrontation. But she knew this wasn't over. Shannon drove to Jaden's house. His mother opened the door with a strange smile. Captain White, I was going to call you. Shannon stepped inside slowly. Jaden's mother's tone shifted. You think you can save us? Save him? He doesn't need saving. He's doing fine. Fine? Shannon said. Your son is testing near genius level. He's living under pressure no child should carry. You don't know him, the mother snapped. You don't know his father. I thought you said his father was gone. That man you met at the library, Marvin, that's his father. Shannon froze. How do you know about the library? The men behind you told me. Before Shannon could turn, an arm wrapped around her from behind, a cloth pressed toward her face. Shannon reacted instantly, shifting her weight, dropping backward, and breaking free. The attacker fell hard, stunned. Another man fired twice, missing. Shannon moved fast, striking him with a nearby trophy. He collapsed. Then she saw Jaden's mother on the floor. Shannon stood still for a long moment. A life wasted. A boy about to be shattered. She made one call. Removals. A black truck arrived. 3 silent professionals entered the house. Shannon waited outside. 30 minutes later, they left. No bodies. No questions. He finally showed up outside Shannon's gym. She took him to a coffee shop. He told her he was done with that life. He wanted out. Shannon arranged for him to be taken to West Point. He told her he already had a place to stay, the Sherry Netherland. Then a car rolled up. A single shot. Shannon felt a burn across her head. Jaden grabbed his arm, blood running down his sleeve. Shannon pressed her hand to his wound, refusing to panic. Officer Jim arrived, demanding details. She gave him nothing. Jaden gave even less. They both knew speaking would get people hurt. After the hospital released her, Shannon wrote a coded message using a transposition cipher, the kind used in old wartime communications. The message was for a cadet she once disciplined at West Point, a cadet who wasn't a troublemaker at all, but a covert asset used for off-record operations. She sent him dossiers. Marvin's name was at the top. That night, Marvin and his crew gathered in their hideout, planning their next move. The lights went out. Red dots appeared on their chests. 3 silent figures moved through the room with precision and discipline. Moments later, the place was quiet. Shannon received a single text. Clear. She destroyed the phone. She visited Jaden in the hospital. He received a call. Marvin was gone. Shannon placed a hand on his shoulder. You're free now. A transfer order arrived. Jaden was being moved to an army hospital. When you signed those papers, Shannon said, you made the right decision, soldier. Jaden rose through the ranks quickly, captain then major. Years later, he and Captain Shannon crossed paths again. She saluted him. He returned it. They walked away with tears in their eyes, hers for the promise she kept, his for the life she saved.